Hello everyone, it's me, Natalia Fickenworth, the founder of MilkHoneyAdvice, and I'm here with Senator Thad Altman.
Good to be here.
Today we're going to know a little bit more about yourself. Well, thank you for being able to.
Oh, it's a great honor.
My first question to you is, why are you interested in running for House this year?
Well, I've been interested in government, politics, almost my entire life. From the time I was a little kid, my father would have me involved. And so the political arena is an opportunity to make a change, to help people, to make life better. And it's just an area that I've chosen to embark upon. So I enjoy serving, I enjoy representing the people, and I enjoy trying to make the world a better place.
Okay. And you work here at the Kennedy Space Center?
I do. I run the Astronaut Memorial Foundation, which is the organization that remembers, memorializes astronauts who've given their life for human space exploration. We have a strong emphasis on education and inspiration. We have about 20,000 children we affect a year that comes through our facility. And we want to keep the dream alive, the dream of human exploration, the dream that mankind will eventually move out into the solar system and universe.
And what got you to be interested in NASA and all this stuff?
I grew up here. I remember seeing launches from the time I was a very little child. So it really is a great privilege to be able to have been placed here at this place at this time for my entire life. So experiencing that and seeing that, the bug really bit.
Okay. And I want to ask you, when you were a kid, who did you admire?
Oh, I was very involved in sports, athletics. I admired Mickey Mantle. He was probably the first name that comes to my mind. He was a New York Yankee baseball player. He really was one of my idols.
Okay. And let's place you in a scenario. Let's say you're about 8 to 10. What is one of the best memories around that age?
Family, being with my mom and dad, brothers and sisters. Probably would center around nature. I remember as a child what Brevard County used to be like. It was an environmental wonderland. We had very few people here. My parents moved here in 1957, like so many people when the space program was just beginning. And it was just an amazing place. The fishing, the beach, the natural environment. So my fondest memories center around family and center around being around this beautiful natural environment that we have, or had. And that's one of the things that got me involved in politics. Environmental preservation, conservation. I experienced the Space Coast the way it used to be, and it makes you
grow.
You've seen it grow, and we've lost so much. And so that is probably the central theme of me in public service, trying to preserve Brevard County, the wonders and the beautiful things. And now we have to do more than preserve. We have to restore. We have to bring it back.
I read somewhere that you played baseball.
I did.
What was it? The question is more based on, what was it that you can remember brought you more joy when you played baseball?
Well, I also, I love to run. I ran track too, and I think what gave me the greatest joy was beating out an infield hit, or stealing a base. My baseball experience was as a leadoff hitter. There was a playmaker. It wasn't a big guy hitting home runs, but I was the guy who stole the base, and so that's what I enjoyed. And being in the outfield, center field, this vast area, and trying to run down a long fly ball. That's what I loved about baseball. For me, what's neat about baseball is that you have multiple positions, and everyone has its own role and their own strength. And but then everyone has their moment where they're the one, they're at bat. So I love baseball. A lot of deep meanings in the game. It's very much as much as an art form as a sport.
Very nice. A little bit about your educational background. Why don't you share that with the listeners?
I grew up going to Brevard County Public Schools. My last 2 years of high school, though, were at Melbourne Central Catholic. I was very small, wanted a small school, small experience, and I went to MCC and loved it. It was a life-changing experience for me. I think I wouldn't be where I am now had it not been for a couple of nuns and priests, and it was a great experience. And I love the smallness. You know, I think in today's world, education, all of our schools are so huge and large.
It was more personal.
Yes, yeah. We need that in our education. I've been involved in a lot of education issues, and we need to have an educational experience for kids where it is more personal. It's the right word. So I experienced that and enjoyed that. Then I went to BCC when it was very small. It was in the Melbourne campus that I think we only had two buildings.
Oh, really?
And I experienced that and loved it. But when I left BCC, I wanted big. So I went to the University of Houston, the biggest city, the biggest school out. I went to college on a scholarship and experienced the big city life too. And came back and graduated at Rollins.
Okay.
Another small school.
All right, so you like the...
I like them both. I'm glad that I was able to experience both. The small, quaint, but the large as
So
well.
you're very community involved.
I have been. I grew up here. I love this community, and that's something that's been instilled in me from my parents to be involved in the community.
If you got elected, you won, what would you offer the people?
Well, one of the things that I would do is to continue the things I have been doing, and I've been very involved in environmental preservation, growth management, all the quality of life issues that motivated me to run for office, having grown up here. I really want to maintain and preserve the quality of life we have in Florida, because we could lose it. And we have lost it in a lot of areas of our state. So that is my singular, most important focus. But also, our community is so based on space, aerospace, and defense. And I've chaired the military affairs, veteran military affairs, space, and domestic security committee in the legislature for the last 6 years. So that area is a big area of emphasis that I do love. And they're very similar. Space is very similar to conservation issues and growth management issues. Because when we endeavor to go out into the solar system and eventually the universe, we're bringing life to other planets. We're looking for life on other planets. But it's very much involved in how we maintain life in these very hostile environments, and we look for life in similar environments that we have here. And you suddenly realize, wow, this is an incredibly special place. This planet Earth is so unique. We haven't been able to find life anywhere on another planet. So it makes you realize we better take care of it here too.
Right.
And you also learn how to take care of life and life forms and carry them with you. So they're very involved.
Okay.
They're very related.
Is there an experience in your life that would have brought you to be the person you are today, beyond all you have said, but something more deeper that you could think of?
There is. There's a real life-changing experience that I had when I was about, 8 or 10. When we moved to Florida, to Brevard County, as I mentioned, there was very few people here. Very, very, very wild, very native. So as a kid, I used to go out onto this wonderful, deep, dark hammock, hydric hammock they call it. It was a slough with the water running through it, and a huge, huge, deep oak trees. It was amazing. It was a magical place for kids, young boys to go and play. And that's where I really started developing this love for nature.
Okay, so you have an upcoming event this Thursday, August 11th.
I do. Grimaldi's Candies in Rockledge. The best chocolate-covered potato chips on the planet. It's really a wonderful, wonderful venue, and anyone's invited. It's our first big event of the campaign.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to meet the senator, be with him, get to know him, not only have him through this video, but in live. It's Thursday, August 11th, 6 to 8
Yes.
in Rockledge. And I'll have the information on the video.
Great.
That way everyone can come. I'm thinking of coming, so come join and support. So please do come. And I'd like to thank you for the interview and for taking the time to give me the opportunity to talk to you and have my viewers see you. And we have the primary on August 30th?
August 30th. In our case, we don't have, it's a Republican primary, and so there's not a Democrat in the race. There is a write-in, but pretty much after the primary, our race is over. So please get out and vote.
All right, and your District 52?
District 52 basically runs from South Cocoa Beach, South Melbourne beach side, then runs from Vieira to West Melbourne on the mainland.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a great honor.